It's showtime.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. And furthermore, welcome back to yet another exciting figure review. Tonight we're taking a look at the Predator Hound 2-pack from the movie The Predator. As you can see the two Predator Hounds in the window there. You could even say that they're Yautja Hounds because the actual species of the Predator is just called the Yautja. So that would make these Yautja Hounds. You can see a nice glamour shot of one of the figures there. Looks really cool. I love this kind of high-tech box art they have going here with like the blue kind of computer looking design. The Predator exquisite mini warning 15 plus hiya. Predator hiya. Predator hiya. Predator hiya. Oh, Predator hiya. And then lastly, Predator hiya. You can see how much I paid for this guy at Toy Traders. $27.95. You can see some nice examples of figure photography with some glamour shots of the two figures there. Exquisite Mini is a new standard setting series for 1:18 scale, featuring super articulated action figures under HiyaToys. And then obviously you see like all the trademarks, all the companies involved are given like, their credit and, the numbers and all of that jazz. But without further ado, I'm going to get these two bad dogs unboxed. Don't go away. There'll be more review to be had. Alright, here are the Predator Hounds out of the box. Taking a look at each of the hounds here. Start off with this one with the closed mouth. Move his head to this kind of idle stance. Really cool. It gives me a lot of sort of amphibious / reptile vibes. Like, I can imagine that this is some sort of amphibious reptile just because of like the way it's painted. It's got this very slimy look to it, very amphibious look to it. It's got these scoots on the neck here, and then you see some similar scoots here on the back, all the way down to this little tail. You can see all kinds of speckling, very reminiscent of like a frog or salamander. Some more kind of spiking here, down here at the kind of side, and then a little bit of like these kind of spikes on the side here. These really cool claws here, very dinosaur-like. The treads here you can see, or the dreadlocks, whatever you want to call them, are made of a nice bendy plastic, so you don't have to worry about them snapping or breaking whenever you move the head. It's got some really nice detail on the eyes. Like, the eyes are nicely done in there for being how small they are. This mouth looks like it's full of chompers that could just snap bones. I mean, these are hunting dogs, so that's to be expected. Really sharp, broad teeth, big nostrils. I like the head here. This looks cool. Like, you got all kinds of speckling, and then you got some scoots and spikes. It just looks awesome. All around, I think this is a nicely sculpted figure for being as small as it is. But for articulation, the legs can move back and forth, but not very well. They're very stiff, and I don't want to push it. But you can move the legs. The front legs actually have more articulation than the back legs because of obviously all the scale that, gets in the way. But you can have the front legs up, maybe bend the back legs as far as you can get them, and have it sort of in like a lunging pose if you wanted to. That's something you can do if you want to do it. Moving the legs back into their standing position. And then obviously the head is on a ball joint. It rotates all around for a sideways exorcist. And then the head moves up and down. But that's pretty much all the articulation for these guys. Nothing too crazy, just, 5 points of articulation in the head and the legs. not too bad, and I don't expect anything too special from these types of figures. I feel like the Predator dogs are usually an accessory to whatever Predator you have. Specifically, I would like to see these paired with the NECA Ultimate upgraded Predator, because obviously the upgraded Predator came to Earth using these dogs to hunt his prey. So, really cool. There's that one. Here is the one that has the roaring face. It seems like it shares the same body as obviously that one that we just looked at. But I would say that the colors are slightly different, not by much. It still has that very sort of amphibious reptile look to it. It's got a very elaborate screaming, roaring face. All the teeth are showing. All that detail inside the mouth. The mouth just looks very alien. It's got these pieces of skin connecting the two jaws. Looks awesome. You can see the eyes again are nicely done for as small as they are. The head looks awesome with, again, the speckling, the different scales, scoots and spikes, big flared nostrils, big angry roaring face, scoots on the neck, lots of muscles here, scoots on the side, scoots on the back, little bits of spike. There's even some kind of like, I guess, this isn't a knee, this is, I don't know, but there's like some spikes on the back here. The same for the arms here. They do have just smaller spikes, not as big as the back ones. The tail looks awesome. Just, these things look very streamlined. I like them, and they do resemble a sort of pit bull or bulldog, because the directors have confirmed that the Predator dogs in the 2014 movie are sort of inspired by those specific dog breeds, sort of like an alien pit bull or an alien bulldog. These guys look really cool. Definitely, I love them. They're awesome. They're pretty much the same type of figure. I mean, they're the same type of, alien Yautja dog or whatever you want to call it. Obviously, the articulation is the same. The head rotates for a sideways exorcist, and it can move up and down. The front legs as well as the back legs do move slightly, but there's not much articulation. All things considered, I really like these guys. I think they're awesome. I think they're definitely super accurate to what we see on screen. I wish that the Predator dogs were more prevalent in the film. One of them gets killed off, and the other one just kind of becomes retarded. It suffers a gunshot wound directly to its head, and then for some reason decides to help the main characters. Very strange, but I think they wanted to do sort of like a pet thing for the film, which I'm not against. I just feel like these guys are underutilized in the film. They could have done so many cool things with the Predator dogs, but instead we just have a very lackluster high school rampage for the Predator dogs. For comparison, here are the exquisite mini Predator dogs next to the Predator dog from the Funko line. As you can see, this one is a red color. It looks very much like a simplified version of the Predator Hound design from 2014, and I don't hate it. I think it's cool. It's definitely a more obviously cheaper and more cartoonish version of the Predator dog design, whereas these figures more represent a more screen accurate design. This one is a stylized sort of cutesy cartoon version, but I still think that it looks cool compared to these other guys here. You can see they pretty much have the same sort of build. There's just not as much detail as these exquisite mini ones. But with that being said, I think these guys are awesome. I really want to get the upgraded Predator from NECA now, just to have these guys. I feel like that would be so cool if you pick up the NECA Ultimate upgraded Predator and then have these guys next to him. It just sort of completes the look. You have the hunter with his dogs, basically. I think these guys are cool. I love them. They're monster characters. I love monster movies and creature features. And so I feel like these guys are great in my collection, as I do have a lot of those old slasher creature feature type figures in my collection. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed. Happy haunts, and I'll see you in the next spooky video.